All right, boys, this video is gonna be the one tweak in my trading that made me profitable. And this one tweak made me from losing every dollar I had to now getting a bunch of payouts, 5 figures per month consistently for the last 3 months now. And I'm projected to make over 15K, maybe even 20K this month, strictly just off prop firms. I don't sell any type of mentorship. So that's strictly off trading. And I truly believe that this one thing that I'm about to talk about in this video is the reason that I became profitable. And if I didn't figure this out, I literally would not be profitable. So let's just honestly just literally get right into it. First things first, we all know as day traders, right? When we trade the New York AM session, there's typically the move of the day, right? The overall move that goes to the main draw on liquidity. That's like the move everyone tries to catch, right? Obviously, everyone tries to get their own piece of the pie. They're obviously not predicting the whole move, but that move that goes to that draw on liquidity that everyone participates in, everyone finds their entry. And there's typically not like, it's kind of rare to have multiple moves in the AM session. It kind of just happens one big move and that's kind of it. And if you participate in it, you might have won the trade, you might have lost a trade by trading before it, after it, whatever. But typically that's the basis. There's one big move towards a draw on liquidity per session, I would say. And what I was doing when I was unprofitable is I would have the FOMO everyone would have of missing that move. I would have the greed of trying to just make money every day. Whatever the case is, I was just trying to be green and win every single day and take a trade every single day. And what that did for me was I would enter right when the market opened because I would think the move is going to happen immediately. And that was wrong. The biggest tweak that I did in my trading, because when I would take that trade in the beginning, I would start being like, I would lose that trade and then I would have to trade again, and then I would lose it and then lose or whatever, and then I would blow the account in literally one day. What helped me literally become profitable, and I stand by this, is literally just forcing myself to take one trade per day. That's it, one trade per day. It sounds super simple. It is very simple. And a lot of the unprofitable traders that might be watching this video, they tend to overcomplicate and really just oversimplify like this concept, and they try to make it so hard and be like, I have to long here, short here. No, trading is very simple. You're getting a piece of a very large move that happens towards a draw on liquidity that you already know, and that's it. That means if you could participate one time in that move, that is what you need to do. And I started realizing this because I was journaling. And so there's kind of a lot of tweaks, but the main tweak is just one trade per day. And I'll get into why that one trade per day trumps everything else. Because first off, taking one trade per day, it makes you be patient. And if you go into each trading day, and this is what happened with me, I was going into each trading day and I was like, okay, I have one trade per day. If I waste my one trade per day on a trade at 9:31, right when the market opens, like I was doing when the market just opened, I would just enter. If I waste my one trade per day, because the move, the common move that happens in the market doesn't happen right away. It normally sweeps sell side, sweeps buy side, whatever, and then reverses or whatever, and then goes to take out that draw on liquidity, right? If you enter straight off the open, typically the move isn't just gonna immediately start happening and you're gonna win, right? So taking one trade per day makes me be like, okay, I have one trade per day. I don't wanna waste it. I'm gonna be patient. So that kind of simplifies already just the FOMO aspect of it. You don't want to just FOMO right into an entry. So that one trade per day makes me sit back, be a little bit patient, be like, all right, I don't want to waste my one move. Let me wait for some confluence. Let me wait for the market to start doing something before I take that one trade per day. Okay? The next thing taking one trade per day helps you with is really just being able to take a step away from the loss, because that's the next thing. A lot of people have the revenge trading aspect. If you take one trade per day, and Top Step X allows this, that all the Platform X trading platforms you can trade on, Top Step has it, Alpha Futures has it, I know that for a fact. You could literally set a lockout that when you take one trade, the second that trade closes, you literally can't trade till the next day. So literally you could genuinely force yourself to take one trade per day. You don't have to just say, oh, I'm gonna take one trade per day. You could literally just force yourself to do it, and it helps you. And that's also helped me because I would revenge trade, right? So my whole issue was when I was unprofitable in the beginning of this year is I would trade right off the open because I was trying to get into it. I was trying to FOMO. I was trying to be greedy, whatever. I would trade it right off the open, lose that trade. We'll be like, well, that wasn't like a legit trade. I'm just going to trade again because I lost. and then I would trade again, and then I would trade again, and then obviously the revenge trade cycle, y'all know, never works out, and it would just ruin it, and I would blow the account. So by taking one trade per day, it helps me not FOMO into a trade off the open, and I literally can't take a trade after I lose again because it locks you out of your account. So those are the really main things that really comes at taking one trade per day. And the last thing I'd say about taking one trade per day is it makes you think more of like, okay, well, this is my trade for the day. You have to think about, you have like one chance at the day. And the only drawback of taking one trade per day is it can make you feel like, you know, if you don't trade, well, I didn't do anything today. But you have to also understand there's other things other than just the one trade per day that help. But for me, this was the one tweak that really just pushed me over the edge to become profitable. But obviously, you know, you can't think, you know, that doesn't mean if you trade once per day, that means you have to trade every day. And here's the thing to that. You literally could. With my model, I literally could trade every single day, trade one time per day, and still be profitable because my statistics, my win percentage literally proves me that. If I trade once per day, I have normally like a 66, like every 3 trades I lose 1 pretty much. I have like a 66% win percentage on my trades. So theoretically, if I trade every single day and take a trade every day, I will not blow an account because I can't force myself to lose a lot. And that was also another problem I had. I would risk a lot, and when I normally allow myself to risk $500. So that's 4 trades before blowing an account, right? If I were to be unprofitable and not take one trade per day, I would, you know, lose the 500 and then trade again, and then trade again, and then trade again until I lose all of it in one day. The thing is, if I take that one loss by trading one trade per day, that's minus 500, right? With a 66% win chance, and that technically means with my statistics, I should win the next 2, theoretically, right? You know, give or take. So if I trade a day and I lose off some stupid stuff, but I just take one trade and I don't revenge trade, then the next day I could trade again. And as long as I don't take a stupid trade, and I take at least a trade with my confluences and my model, the macro model, I will be able to win that trade, make back that money, and I won't be able to trade again and be greedy and then lose the profits. So overall, taking one trade per day literally just helps with every other aspect. And let's just go over the main points again. First point, it helps you not FOMO with the trades off the open because you have to understand you're going to get one trade per day. You don't want to waste on something stupid and miss the actual move. Second thing, it helps with revenge trading because if you lose a trade, you can't re-enter, you can't do anything stupid. You're forced to take one trade, and even if you win, you can't trade again to try to make more money and then risk losing your profit. And the third thing is it just helps you, you know, stay more patient. Just overall, just betters your trading and gives you honestly a better win percentage. So that's pretty much that. This is a pretty short video, but that was the biggest tweak in my trading that really caused me to become profitable. I promise you guys, just try it out. Take one trade per day, limit yourself to it, and make that one trade per day really good. And yeah, peace, boys.